us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Kentucky Wildcats. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game. Guys, he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Terry. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kentucky's offense will be first on the attack. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Makes the grab. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Skinner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stake? Makes a grab and room to run. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Oh, he's got some space. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's Patterson. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Commodores' offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Commodores with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Racing down the left side. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Got his man on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. Trying to barge in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Commodores! The extra point here would tie the game.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Gets away from one, finds room. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To throw, it's Baker. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Miller. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a catch. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. That last completion has him set up second and short. Going to the ground. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Kentucky will come to the line with a first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Big guy smells it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in
matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An 84-yard drive there, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Plows through and runs through another one. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Tyree. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man to the left. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Snags it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding them.
Could be an alley. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. To the air, it's Tyree. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The last two plays have not gone as scripted. It's 3rd and 19. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Commodores will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Baker. Oh, they're after him. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, the one guy's name you haven't called yet is this big fella tight end right here. He's one of the better ones that we see week in, week out. And finally in the second quarter, They get him a completion. This has to keep going now for the offense. You got to keep looking his way. He's too big of a weapon to ignore. If they're going to win this game, he needs more touches.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Got his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he could not get loose on the run. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? He makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player.
Snags it, and he's open. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Louisville, taking on the number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Louisville with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Tyree. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Takes the easy completion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Got it. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Miller. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good, solid tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gets it out quickly. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Scanning the field, it's Baker. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Miller. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Awesome job.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gonna look downfield again. Pucks it out of the air. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Looking downfield, it's Baker. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. There he goes! Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Tight end now in motion. They want to run it left here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Got a man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wants to return it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Under fire. He's got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Terry. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Caught, and he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Bowling. He's got him. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Firing to the right, complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to get it in. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Pulls it, fired, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. And the Commodores will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Tyree.
All right, this quarterback is going to...
They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll stop play here to tend to the injured Commodore. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring in extra defensive linemen. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Line getting set on second down. They'll go right back to the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. Kentucky will come to the line with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Quick strike complete.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Now it's third and goal. On the ground. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anger. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, and they need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
The Commodores will snap it on first and 10. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David